Welcome to Sports, Wheels, and Reels with Jeff Miller and Austin Horton. One show, two guys, three topics, unlimited possibilities. Presented by Mark Miller Subaru. Engage with us on social media or email us at podcast@mmsubaru.com. And now, welcome your hosts, Jeff Miller and Austin Horton.
Episode 19 of Sports, Wheels, and Reels. He's Jeff. I'm Austin. Jeff, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Good to have you on your show.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's been sad not being here.
The logo was about to be updated if you weren't here for this.
You're just gonna put a little X through it.
They're gonna put me, Josh, Megan, George. By the way, while you were gone, all these product specialists out on the sales floor for all these months that we've been doing this. When are you going to have me on the show? When can I come on the show? I asked every one of them. Every one of them's chicken. Chicken. Megan had to ruin her whole day to come up and hang out. Coming up on today's show, boy, what a rowdy night of NBA draft that was. I don't know how we'll fit it all in.
Yeah, there's not a lot of jazz news there.
That's sports. Coming up in Wheels, Subaru has some great news.
Some new products.
Some new products.
Some updates coming out we can talk about.
Excited about that. We also have our Love Promise Partner of the Week. Some exciting, fun things to do with the kids this weekend involved with Mark Miller Subaru. And in Reels, the movies, it's summer. Movies are cooking up. Are cooking up. We're cooking up movies this summer. It's heating up at the box.
We got some new ones coming out to talk about. Some ones have come out and talk about some reviews. It'll be good.
We'll do that and more next on Sports, Wheels, and Reels.
I'm Spencer Kofed, and my Subaru is Extreme Adventure. Outback's really great for my lifestyle. It has just enough space for all my gear, but it's not crazy big of a footprint. If any of my friends were looking to buy a Subaru, I'd recommend Mark Miller Subaru, so you never feel like they're hiding stuff from you. Whether it's skiing, skydiving, mountain bikes, surfing, my Subaru gets me out on my adventures. Subaru is a brand I trust, and Mark Miller Subaru is the Utah retailer that I love.
All right, Jeff Miller.
Sports.
Let's do it. Let's talk some sports.
I hate to do it, but you got it.
What part is worse,
champions.
this or what we're going to talk about? But yeah, we'll talk about this first.
There are worse champions out there.
There are?
The Lakers.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
At least their one championship in the last decade. No, 15 years when was in the bubble.
Bubble. They had the bubble championship.
Yeah.
Was that a real championship?
No, It's like
if
winning.
the Jazz had won a bubble championship, would it have been a real championship?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
But winning the bubble championship was like winning bingo at the family reunion. No one cares. It's not.
There you go.
You get a free.
But they won it all. They were good. They're a very good team, and everyone's coming back.
The most important or the most impressive thing is that everyone, myself included, thought it was over.
Yeah.
I truly thought their window was done and closed. And
Clay came back. Wiggins came in. Was a perfect fit.
yeah, Wiggins. That was nice.
All-star in the championship.
Hitting. Jordan Poole all of a sudden as a rookie last year.
Should you give Minnesota part of their championship for giving up Wiggins to them?
Yep. So congrats to the Warriors. I hope they never win another game. Okay. Let's talk about
the Utah Jazz.
Speaking of maybe never winning another game. Oh.
I think they'll win another game.
You think so?
Yeah. It's a pretty safe bet.
I don't know. I guess they will play
get a game or two
Orlando at least twice every year. Yeah.
You're absurd. Like, literally absurd. This is still a playoff team. So we got the picture. We're going to start with the picture. We're always starting this picture until something happens.
Which should have happened last night is what I was being told, and nothing came of it
You
yet.
don't give this up, either one of them, under contract for the next 3 years unless you get a haul back. Otherwise, you force them to play together. Force them to be professionals and force them to play. You put a new coach with them, and you see what happens. But why give them away for nothing? I'm sure what they were getting offered was nothing. So they said no.
Yeah, and mostly it was nothing, especially last night. Leading up to last night, though, they were getting some pretty good offers, just not enough. And the Jazz were starting to work the phones and trying to find a third team to kick something back, specifically a first top 10 pick.
Yep.
And there just wasn't enough there from the third team that was offering the Jazz in the first place to make that other team send a first
And it's not.
top 10 pick
There's
to the Jazz.
plenty of free agency and trades happening this summer. It's not over that team's going to run it back next year, but
If the season started today, they're running it back. You're right.
yeah, right. I
And
mean, there's
still
a
time.
lot of time on things could happen, things could change, and who knows what the new coach is.
I know this for a fact. Rudy Gobert is prepared for whatever happens. He would like to
Based
stay
on
in
this?
Utah. Oh yeah, I mean that's obvious. Yeah,
His Instagram account this week, he pulled all Utah references off of it.
it's yes, and the location on Twitter changing to a crystal ball, which he loves using the crystal ball emoji. But he's sad. He is. He wanted to be here forever. He still does. And if he is, great. If not, I think he has prepared himself. And you know what? A little personal insight to Rudy, this is probably obvious, but what hell he went through by being patient zero
Oh, yeah.
for COVID changed him so much. And he was already a well-balanced person, but it's cliche to say, but he really grew up fast
I
through
agree.
that awful year. And when stuff isn't going right, it almost doesn't bother him like it would another person anymore. So
I like Rudy Gobert. I hope he stays. I hope they both stay, but that's just me. 'Cause I just don't think you find generational talent like that to come to a place like Utah. You don't hit on draft picks like that
yeah.
and keep them.
So the draft, the Jazz went without a pick. They did sign Johnny Juzang to a two-way deal, which I think is a great pickup. They had their sights on him had he been in the draft last year.
Yep.
And now they got him as a free agent two-way deal.
Didn't even cost him a pick.
And then the kid from Illinois,
Kofi Cockburn.
Kofi Cockburn.
Kind of a head case, well known as a pretty good head case, but really talented and monstrously big.
He fouls a lot.
He's got a 285 pounds,
He's ginormous.
6'11", 7 feet tall, and I think he's got a 7'3" wingspan.
Yeah, and so the things that developed from the draft were very much future things. Unless you're Udoka Azubuike, then they were now things that just happened.
Yeah, he better get things going.
Because you know who doesn't make any money compared to Azubuike is Kofi Cockburn.
Yeah, as of right now.
All right, let me ask you this. You mentioned the word coach before we get to the uniforms.
We'll get back.
Yeah, get that off my eyeballs. The fact that they are looking for a new coach, the fact that there is discord, the fact that there is this whole rebrand, a new ownership, new front office, everything is new. Can they possibly tape this thing together still? Or is it time, Jeff Miller, to say, all right, burn Rome to the ground and start over now? Because I am almost there.
The crazy thing is, in the NBA, it is insane how fast things can turn.
Right. Oof,
Right?
Right.
It is insane how fast things can turn. A good coaching hire that can bring everyone together in camp, they come out and win 13 out of their first 15 games. It's a whole different story. Right? I mean, you still have a ridiculously, on paper, take the emotions out of it. On paper, this is a ridiculously talented basketball team. They are a top 5 NBA team on paper.
Yeah, they've set offensive records.
Yeah, they're one of the best offensive teams in the history of the NBA with this roster. And they're all under contract. So why
Sadly,
not?
they're all under contract.
But why not? So maybe it was Quinn that was messing it up because you didn't have a leader in the locker room to bring it all together. So if you could bring a young coach that can bring this thing all together, like Udoka did in Boston.
Oh yeah, Ima Udoka.
Yeah, Udoka. Yeah, you bring someone like that in that can bring. Maybe it's a Johnny Bryant. Maybe it's Alex Jensen. Who knows? But I don't know why you wouldn't try, versus giving it away for parts at this point. Yeah. You've got Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, 2 top 20 players in the NBA, for 3 years under contract. This should be happy times in the world of Utah. This shouldn't be chaos and pain.
How many years do you have left on Conley? 2?
1.
Only 1?
This is Conley's last year, I think.
It is?
I think his year after that's not guaranteed.
I thought he did a 3-year.
Let's look it up.
With a 4th option, but yeah, let's on the fly look at that, because that would be the dousing of the fire you're trying to light there by saying, oh, Donovan's under contract, Rudy's under contract. My fire extinguisher there would be, so is Conley. all due respect to Mike Conley, a great person, but
I think
Memphis wins.
I think the third year on his contract's only 50% guaranteed.
Okay, all right.
So I think you can get out the third year without as bad of a hit.
Just write him a check.
Yeah, so 2022,
Yeah.
so he makes $22 million next year, and he makes $24 million in 23-24, but it's only 50% guaranteed.
Okay, so it only counts half against your cap.
Yeah, 23, only $14 million of it's guaranteed.
Well,
It gets guaranteed 48 hours after the 2023 draft.
okay, so he's,
So if he has a bad season, they'll unload him or they'll figure out.
which I think they're already trying to trade him, which they
In all
should
fairness, he had a good season. He had a bad playoff series. I'll give you that, without question. But he had a pretty good season. He shot like 40% from three-point range.
be. Okay. But what
But you
does
can't
that
have two
do
small.
for
You can't have two small guards.
Yes.
That's the problem. Is he's a great.
And
he's
one's
just not.
53 and one's 26. So
He's 35.
which one do you keep?
It's okay. But I mean, I think if they could get a bigger guard for him from a contending team that could really use him, I think they'd figure out how to get rid of him. But
Russell Westbrook.
if you're Boston, do you trade him for Marcus Smart?
I don't know why Boston would do that.
To get a veteran point guard that can actually run the team.
Who can't play back-to-back games?
He actually played a lot of back-to-back games last year.
He did?
Yeah, they didn't
Are you
actually.
sure?
In the second half of the season, they didn't rest him.
Well, that hamstring, those hamstrings.
Yeah.
Again, why would Boston do
I'm
that?
with you on it.
Yeah.
But I would not.
It's not time to burn Rome.
You are not going to hear me be pissed off if the Jazz open up the roster with the same roster they had last year.
You will
With
hear
the
it
sa-
from me.
I'd like a replacement for Royce. I think Royce is better off the bench. I think if you could get a solid
Yeah.
2 guard or 3 guard, I guess he's a small forward that can consistently will shoot the ball in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I would amend the sentence, Royce is better off the bench, by saying Royce is better off the team. And maybe out of the league.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Sorry, Royce, but you suck.
I think if they could get an upgrade there in the starting lineup, but other than that, the rest of their starting lineup is pretty solid.
Now, what about the idea that there are some people in the front office that don't believe in Bogdanovich, and he's in the final year of his deal?
I mean, he's trade bait for sure. I mean, I think they're doing everything they can to try and improve this team, and you know they are. But the question is, do you let it run to start the season?
I think
If you can't get anything better, which it doesn't seem like there's good stuff out there for them to get, let it run. See how happens in camp. See what happens going in.
Yeah. If you're looking at that for them to improve via free agency, it's going to have to be a sign and trade, someone signing with their current team being traded to the Jazz for somebody else.
Totally.
So if you want to start reading tea leaves, look at those teams.
So let's go to some better news. How about the new uniforms?
Oh, amazing. Great news. The team hates each other. They don't have a coach. They didn't make a draft pick. No, nothing's going right, but at least they have great not again. Again,
You
no.
like any of them?
There's not a one that I really love, and it's only because we've seen the mountains now.
Yeah.
I love the mountain uniforms, but we've seen them.
What color? So if you were president of the Jazz, oh God, dear.
Hello, Seattle.
God help us all. Dear God. What color scheme would you have gone with if you were building a new color scheme for the Jazz?
So I've never been a huge fan of the color purple, not the movie.
Oh.
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
That was a bad joke.
Because I do like the movie, The Color Purple. Anyway, but I agree that is what everyone identifies the Utah Jazz with, is the Mardi Gras colors. It should be purple, green, and yellow. But the yellow should be a background trim, not a forefront burn your retinas, make you want to vomit yellow.
Yeah, the highlighter yellow jerseys are bad.
This literally looks like someone opened paint on their old 1996 MS-DOS computer and put this together. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Chris George, be better.
I like the black jersey. I do like the black jersey.
For junior jazz team, AAU special. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm
The
excited.
huge numbers remind me of my grandma's old phone.
I like the white one though. I like the jazz note with the number on it. I like that design because they've gone with that in the past.
It looks like a Summer League jersey. You're all right with that?
No.
Like if it's a Summer League jersey, I'm like, that's pretty cool. But for
I
a
reserve-
everyday NBA team,
I mean, the yellow ones I'm pretty much sold. I don't really like, but the other two, I'm reserving judgment until I see them on a basketball court running around.
now the courts.
That's a whole different thing.
Do
The
we have a
courts.
picture of the
Yeah,
courts?
we'll get to the courts. First, we're going to go to what they hinted
Okay,
for
all right,
on the
right.
purple for next season, but they can't get it approved by the NBA fast enough, so that's why it's not
You
coming.
know they screwed up when they're like, here's the new uniforms, but here's next year's.
Yeah. We'll show you next year's. So that's the throwback.
Felton Spencer.
So that's the original. So that's the original jazz note, though, without the ball in it.
Yeah.
It's actually a music note.
Yeah.
So that's the original.
Which
That's
is
the original
fine, but you
Pistol
gotta
Pete.
have the ball on there.
And I like on the original Nike logo too.
Okay.
You notice that? That's a cool little.
Instead of Michael Jordan's
Yeah.
silhouette.
But even just the simple Nike logo, right? On
Yeah.
these ones?
Yeah.
Like the original Nike logo, I like that on them.
Oh, with the word
yeah,
Nike.
with the word Nike on it, right?
Nike.
And then this one.
Nah, see, all right, fine. Whatever.
I like those ones. Personally, I like the purple, and I like that going through.
I'm not going to complain about
But
those.
the court, the new black and yellow court is cool looking.
I agree.
That is a great looking basketball court.
The only thing I would change about it is I would put some kind of copper or orange somewhere. I think it would look really good. Like the Salt Lake City
Here's my
Summer League
question. I
logo.
don't know if I can zoom in on it enough. Why aren't we using that logo? Because that logo is awesome. The All-Star logo?
The star with the
I think that's a
mountains
cool
and-
logo.
Yeah.
Like that All-Star logo is such a cool logo. Why aren't we using that in something?
Well, I mean, that is their All-Star logo, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be...
But that should be part of our team logo. Like the mountains over the guy. Like
Yeah.
I guess they can't use the NBA logo in their own logo,
I
right?
guess not,
But-
yeah. But I like the touch of the mountains on
But
the
the coolest part on this court is the other thing they talked about in the other day in their video they talked about is the special paint.
Yeah.
It's like a special reflective paint that they're using, which will be interesting how TV rolls on that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if they've held it. Well, they probably hope they've tested that.
I've been told that that was news to the TV people, but yeah.
And the TV, you're like, what's that gonna look like reflecting light off the court?
But you were saying the angle of the
angle
floor
of the floor is the cool part,
wood
right?
grain
It creates like a unique angle.
goes right with the
Jazz logo.
italicized note.
Yeah, it follows the same degree logo of the logo.
We're getting a little Devil Wears Prada here.
It's
but
cool looking. I think that's part of it's cool.
The courts are cool.
The court's cool.
But just hear me out. See the orange of the rim?
Yeah.
Or the copper of this? If you had like that around the key or something, I think it would look really sharp. But anyway, I'm fine with it. The one thing I will say about the uniforms, and then I'll be done, I detested the mustard yellow gold the last few years. Didn't think they'd ever get worse. They got worse, so I need to probably shut up because it's just going to get worse from here if I keep complaining about it.
I'm gonna get you a yellow Jazz jersey.
Oh,
with your last name
I
on it.
would rather
I'm
have
gonna get you a personalized
Lakers
one.
tattoo on my forehead.
That's what I make you wear when we lose bets.
Oh, no. I love the uniform. Please get me 7 of them. All right, that's it for the Jazz, and it for sports, really. My Avalanche are looking to close out the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight in Game 6 of the
And
Stanley Cup Finals.
Summer League basketball.
Or Game 5, actually.
Yeah, if you want to go and watch some
Summer
Jazz
League.
basketball, you can get some Summer League.
You'll see Chet Holmgren with the Thunder.
They'll be
coming
wearing
down.
their Summer League jerseys.
Yeah, they will. They got to get
No,
us
too close. Too soon?
Oh,
Too
there's
soon?
so much PR spin coming out of that team on the uniforms right now.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know it.
it's bad.
All right, coming up next, Subaru news, Toyota news, and our Love Promise Partner of the Week. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, we got it covered right here on Sports Wheels and Reels. We'll be back.
My name is Sierra Hudson. My Subaru is safety for my family. So this past winter, we hit a black ice and we just started to slide. And it was just one of those moments where you truly feel helpless. I know it's a car, but it means so much more to us and our family. Subaru is one of the safest brands, and I've personally lived that. Subaru is a brand you can trust, and Mark Miller Subaru is the local Utah retailer that you will love.
All right, we've recovered-ish from segment 1. You know what we ought to do?
Next week we're going to revisit and see if we've calmed it all.
If we've calmed?
We've calmed down.
No, you know me. I'm like the fire emoji from Inside Out.
You'll probably be worse,
Oh, yeah. I will have lost more hair between now and next week.
especially when I get you a yellow hat, a yellow Utah Jazz hat.
I might as well be on work release picking up litter on the highway. That's what their uniforms
That's
look like.
definitely going to be the hat you're going to wear next time. I'm going to put a hat on you.
Oh, man.
It's going to be the yellow. Everything I get you from now is going to be yellow. I'm going to get the Jazz to just deliver us all yellow gear for you.
I have never liked the color yellow. and I never will. That's pick your shade of urine is the Jazz color.
All right, let's talk about Subaru.
Okay. Subaru. The new Crosstrek Premium Special Edition right there.
Look at that new color.
The Desert Khaki. Now, this was a very popular color a few runs ago, and people have been clamoring for it to come back. It will be back, but only on the special edition.
With a bigger engine. It's got the 2.5 on it.
Actually, so there's a debate on that. The special edition premium has the 2.5? Are we sure?
It's on the website.
So that's I thought as well, and then I went and read, and it says...
We should know these things.
Well, it's the Sport and the Limited.
I feel like you should know more than me.
So because I sold one to someone saying it was with the bigger engine.
And it didn't have
Then they texted me and said, hey, that's not right, and I read the whole website, and they sneak that bigger engine in there as the Sport and Limited underneath the picture of this.
Oh, okay.
So it was just a bad design job on the website, really, by putting that there.
It's good looking, though.
But it is real, and the seats are really cool. But if you want the Desert Khaki, it's got to be the special edition, and there's a limited number of those that they're making.
On the production. Although the Crosstrek production is going to go through the roof.
It should.
We're starting to see higher production numbers from Subaru, which is good. The Crosstrek production number for July is 24,000.
Put that into perspective.
Perspective on it, Subaru has been delivering us the last 4 or 5 months 40,000 cars total. And they're going to make 24,000 Crosstreks in a month.
Not just for us.
Yeah, for everybody.
For all of Subaru.
That's a crazy number. So it's pretty much half of Subaru's production next month is going to be Crosstreks.
Although if they were to give us 24,000 Crosstreks, we'd sell them all.
Yeah, we'd find a way.
There's no way.
We'd figure it out. We'd be pretty busy.
There's enough people that want them. But you can get the 2023 Crosstrek. If you ordered it today, probably September is the estimated
maybe
arrival.
even earlier if this allocation's going what we think it's going to be.
So if you've been waiting, don't wait anymore. Get in here and get it ordered.
Big model changes. Yeah, big model change on the Outback and the Legacy.
You'll see here.
A little different on the front.
It's got a bit more of it's like almost like fangs on the front. An aggressive look to the Outback. I like it a lot.
Yeah, totally. And it's got it's got the different infotainment system. So it's got the new upgraded infotainment system. Wireless CarPlay, which is huge.
And wireless Android Auto, which is better.
For those people who don't like Apple products.
I don't know who that would be.
Do you know what's really funny?
If you make my iPod skin bright jazz yellow, I'm going to snap it in half.
So the guy that doesn't like Apple products, we are going to force him to use an Apple iPad to work his job.
I've already been schmoozing to get that Samsung tablet.
In the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to be changing our sales process to move to a fully automated process to an iPad, and it's going to make it so much faster to buy a car from us and such an easy process. But Austin's going to have to use an Apple product.
I'm going to have to sacrifice my soul so my kids can eat. You're welcome, kids.
That's true.
All right, so there's the 23 Outback. Orders are opening in the first part of July.
But I'm going to show you the car you really like. That's the new Legacy Sport. Man.
The Legacy Sport, it's got this red accent on the grille.
Yeah, see that new red accent up there?
Right.
The black tail.
The black tail. It has
gray wheels.
The turbo engine.
Yeah, it's got.
They got rid of the Limited XT and made the Sport with a turbo.
It's going to be a fun car.
It is. Oh, and it has.
I love driving my Legacy with a turbo in it. It was so much fun.
What's the? We just sold that thing
a
few weeks ago. It went quick. It was an easy sell.
I figured it would be tough.
The What 3 Words app. And so I just learned about this.
It's this new idea where you can say 3 words and it pieces together what you're trying to say.
Yes. So this company divided every 10-meter square spot on planet Earth and assigned it a word. In multiple languages, P.S., but in English alone, that's a ton of words. Every 10-meter square spot on planet Earth. So if you're camping and you can't say meet me at 1535 East, you say meet me at Banana Employ Garbage. And it
finds the person to that exact place. Yeah, isn't that neat?
It's fantastic. And that's
and it's for anywhere in the world, right?
Anywhere on planet Earth.
Yeah.
They're working on the moon right now.
And it's just three separate words that combine together that lead to that 10-foot square or whatever.
Blows my mind.
10 meter square, right?
Yep, 10-meter square, yeah. So 3
cool. And that'll be on the new Legacy and Outback.
It sure will. Yep.
On the new 1.5.
And then the Ascent was announced as well.
Yeah, the new Ascent Dash is awesome because you got the infotainment systems built into it now. You also have 360 cameras in the Touring, so they have the ability to see literally an overview of your car with cameras all the way around it.
Parallel parking nightmares are over
Makes it a lot
in
easier.
that big old
But
beast now.
Solterra, the car just parks itself.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we talk about Solterra?
Yeah, we'll talk about Solterra. So there's a recall. We haven't seen the car yet.
But it is kind of funny.
It's under recall. It's apparently if you turn the car really hard and slam it in suspension mode, it loosens the lug nuts on the wheels.
Fallon had a great joke about it. Go look it up. The wheels might come off.
The wheels might fall off the car, but they'll figure out how to fix it. They just have to fix it.
And the good news is no one has one yet.
Yeah, they haven't been delivered to anybody yet.
This was going to be our showroom floor one.
We were supposed to get one in
demo
about 2 or 3 weeks. We're probably not going to see it till August now.
And that's fine. Let's make sure the
make sure
wheels
it's right.
stay on.
And it's called a quality hold. It's not a stop sale.
I will tell you this though. You know me. I love combustion engine. I love it. I think the PZEV of Subaru has been ahead of the game for a long time. But every time I drive past a $5.19 a gallon,
You think this is a pretty good idea, right?
I start thinking, okay, who do I need to shiv to get me a Solterra? Good grief. It's
I'll let you know after the show.
an amazing car.
I'll let you know who.
Josh Goldsmith.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, but a recall before the car is even out,
Yeah, but we're still hoping to see it in the next month or two.
and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
And it's still such a limited production on them, and
They could have got away with doing nothing.
I blame Toyota.
Oh, totally. The BZ4X.
Totally Toyota.
What a terrible name.
Totally Toyota's fault.
Riding our coattails again. All right. Fun.
We got a story.
Yes, this is a feel-good story out of Chicago. A man that did a really cool thing, and he was rewarded by getting a car. Mm-hmm. Wanted to share this with you. Ashley, we're okay to play this video from KSL? We okay to play that video here? So. Okay, so we'll play the news story here for you, and then
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, on the good side of things, a 20-year-old Good Samaritan who saved another man's life got a pretty big surprise just within the hour.
Yeah, he risked his own life to pull a man off of that dangerous third rail of a CTA track, and his bravery was caught on video that went viral. Take a look. In this video, you can see two men fighting near 69th Street. Then they touched that third rail that sent electric current flowing through one of those men. And that is when Good Samaritan Tony Perry jumped down onto the tracks where the train was already stopped. He bravely moved the man off the rail, saving his life. And for his selfless act, just a little while ago, Perry got a brand new car from a local philanthropist. He really needs this car, he says, because he's got a long commute to work and his transmission recently went out. Yesterday, Perry told CBS 2's Jermont Terry what was going through his mind watching a fight just inches from tragedy.
So I'm high-kneeing over and I just know, don't touch the rail, or otherwise I'm gonna get shocked too. I was just thinking about if that was me in that situation, how would I want people to treat me? Just happy that the guy was alive more than anything. I didn't even see myself as a hero, to be honest.
Well, he is a hero indeed, and it pays to do good work like that. I mean, that's just incredible that he was able to get himself out unscathed and save that man in the process. Police say the fight started when one guy spat in the other's face. Both men were rushed to the hospital with burns, but they are expected to be okay. The man who fell on the third rail is, however, in serious condition.
That's got to make you feel good, man.
Yeah, right?
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
We need more of that. And
I was in New York last week, and I was
off,
thinking about people falling on the train tracks. That has to happen.
So what's that movie,
Right?
While You Were Sleeping?
Yeah, where the guy gets knocked out on
He
the
gets
train.
mugged and falls
Yeah,
on the tracks, and Sandra Bullock saves him. And
I wonder how often do people fall on the train tracks in the subway?
well, that I'm sure it happens.
It has to.
Often.
Do you know how many times I had to tell my kids to stop fighting on the next to the train tracks?
Well, here's my question: why are we not enclosing? Like, why is there not
Like where, like, seals off
an
and then-
elevator door that opens and
Have
closes?
you been to the New York subway?
No.
Yeah, that's not a
been to
feasible.
DC.
That is not a feasible idea.
Yeah.
Some of those
Well,
things are.
a lot of them are
some those
outside.
and some of those platforms are 600 yards long.
Miles.
Yeah, like.
Make it happen, New York.
Yeah, I think that might be cost prohibitive.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, but good story.
They've never been against taxing the citizens in New York, though. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Finally, let's talk about our Love Promise Partner of the Week.
We had a great event this week.
Yeah, fun stuff at the Utah Arts Festival.
We're gonna have a booth there.
We have a booth. It's over by. This is going on downtown at Washington Square by the library and City Hall. We are set up near the emerging artists section. We have our art car where you can literally take a Sharpie
And draw on an Outback.
draw on the Outback right there.
At some point, we're going to have to, I think that's like a 3 or 4 year old Outback now. At some point, we're going to have to get a new
It's
one.
going to get covered eventually.
Yeah, if we could find one to sell ourselves.
That's right. If you have an Outback you want to trade,
Trade us, yeah, we'll take a trade.
especially if it's white.
I don't think that one's white.
Is it not?
It's a different color underneath it.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a full white wrap on
I
top of it.
gotcha.
It's not a white car though.
So I guess.
So you look
at the end,
in the
we'll
door
just take
wells.
the
Yeah, you look in the door wells. It's not white.
Oh, cool.
I forget what color it is, but it's not white.
And,
Gray. It's gray.
It's gray, like dark gray.
It's amazing what you can do with a wrap.
Yep. And when I guess we'll just rewrap it when it gets full. But
I'm
Ashley's
sure
gonna
that car is so destroyed.
inlay some video here of spin art. You can come hang out with us and do some spin art downtown. It's with our partnership with YWCA, our diversity partner. So check out YWCA of Utah and go to the Utah Arts Festival if you're looking for something for the kids to do this weekend.
Great event this weekend.
Fun stuff. Speaking of events this weekend, and then we'll get out and talk about reels. The Thunderbird show.
Yeah,
is this
the
weekend?
air show is up in Layton.
I built my house in the perfect spot.
So you just sit out in your back patio
Yeah.
and look
I
up
don't
and
even have to get.
see all the planes flying
I
over
can
you.
be naked and watch the Thunderbird show.
Yeah, our buddy Kyle does the same thing. He's got a house that
He
just
watches
overlooks.
it
Yeah,
naked?
he overlooks. Yeah, so sits on his back patio in his underwear, smoking a cigar.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Next year, I'm going to sell parking spaces.
That's a good
up
idea.
and down my driveway. All right. So a couple things to do this weekend. Coming up next, we will talk about the movies
Reels.
that are hitting the water cooler discussions these days. And we'll get out. We'll end episode 19 with Reels next.
Let's do it.
My name's Jamie Estry, and my Subaru is Freedom. I've had so many animals over the years. One of the things that I love about Mark Miller Subaru is they're the largest animal welfare supporter in the Salt Lake Valley. You may not even realize it, but they're probably supporting a nonprofit that you love in the community. And my wife and I, our daughter Harper, and our dogs, we're just so happy that we picked Mark Miller Subaru. Subaru is a brand that I trust, and Mark Miller Subaru is the local retailer that I love.
All right. I've been told by HR I can't talk about being naked anymore. So we'll move
Yeah,
on from that.
we talked to him about it during the break.
I was talked to about it during the break. All right, let's talk Reels, Jeff Miller.
Lightyear.
Okay, have you seen it yet?
I have not seen
I
it
haven't
yet.
yet either.
It's gotten mixed reviews though. Like some people like it, some people don't. And like, I thought it would be like a hit.
And I don't know why people are not loving it yet. I'm interested to see it so I can give you a true a reaction to it. But I can't imagine it's as bad as some of the reviews are saying. And it's not all bad. It's about, I'd say it's 80-20. 80% like it, 20% don't. But 20% not liking a Pixar Disney thing.
That's pretty crazy. Like
That's
everyone
unheard
loves-
of. Yeah, it's
everyone loves it.
unprecedented. So
I got a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes and 85 from the audience. That's not bad.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
it's not bad at all. But usually
Pixar's
you
used to
expect those
98,
be
99.
Yeah, right. What did Top Gun get? 99.99.
And it should. Top Gun's phenomenal. Even though they did steal.
Top Gun got a 97 from them and a 99 from the audience.
That's a lock. That's amazing. Even though they did steal the Star Wars idea of planting the bomb in that one little tiny hole.
They did.
But whatever, it still was good.
Probably all right.
But Lightyear, I'm excited to see it. I think I'm going to love it just because I always do.
I think I like it
always
too.
love Pixar,
Yeah.
but
I like
we'll
the
see.
story.
I don't like the idea of the cat. I think that's kind of dumb.
The cat is kind of cheesy, especially on the thing.
It's
Yeah, that's not good.
all right, so there you go.
What about Jurassic?
Now, speaking of mixed reviews,
This got crazily mixed reviews. Like the weirdest Rotten Tomatoes one ever. It's got like a 30 from Rotten Tomatoes, and then the audience
And a
gave it like an
90.
80.
yeah, it's
It's like
ridiculous.
like the critics hated it, the audience loved it.
But that being said, I actually have not heard a person say they liked it.
Really?
I had not personally, and that's a handful of people, 4 or 5 people that I've talked to. They did not care for it. That doesn't mean that it's not good. It just means that I'm going to now be waiting to see it when I don't
But
have
it's
to.
the conclusion.
Yeah, for this one.
You think there's going to be another one?
Yeah, because how much money has it made already?
Oh my gosh, billions.
Why wouldn't they make another crappy dinosaur movie for money?
I like a lot of the Jurassic Worlds.
A lot of them?
Some of them.
I like one of them.
The original?
Yeah. and
What's the one when they're when the boys are in the ball going through the field? Which version of Jurassic World was that one?
Wasn't the first one of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That
Costa
one was
Rica.
entertaining. Yeah, that one was entertaining.
Yeah, I like, but so I am excited though because in August I'm going to Universal Studios of Hollywood.
Nice.
To ride the new Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm going in October.
Well, why didn't we coordinate?
We should have gone together.
We should have.
We could have live videoed us on the roller coaster.
We do everything together. Best friends. All right, so there you go. A couple movies that with mixed reviews.
What about coming out? Elvis.
So, in honor of this coming out, you know what I watched last night? Castaway.
Ah, nice. The Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, set in Memphis, kind of. He talks about Elvis in the show.
Did you like Castaway?
I did love Castaway. Yeah. It still holds up, too, by the way. It's phenomenal. But Tom Hanks...
That's an incredible acting job, by the way. Being able to act by yourself for basically an entire movie.
He gained 60 pounds and then lost 60 pounds in 3 weeks. That's not advisable.
It's not helpful.
Nina Price here at our Wellness would just have a fit.
She would not be happy with that.
But I watched Castaway because Tom Hanks, one of the world's biggest Elvis fans there's ever been, is Tom Hanks. He is making this movie.
Yep.
He's in this movie as Elvis's manager.
Yep.
I'm interested to see this because admittedly, I don't know much about
I don't know
Elvis.
the story either.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool one to learn the story, right?
And that looks like Elvis.
And it's pretty good.
That's
Austin Butler.
Who was one of my best friends in elementary, junior high, and high school, Austin Butler.
Was he really?
Just not this one.
Oh, I was going to say.
But it's kind of funny.
You were best friends with another Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, I guess one of my buddies. I don't know if we were best friends, but yeah.
It's still awkward.
We played sports and everything together. Okay. So, all right, so you go.
That
Elvis
tells me so much.
Comes out. I only like Austins and Butlers. All right, that comes out tonight, and then next week,
Minions. I love the Minions.
Why not? If you laugh at little yellow butts farting.
Hey, if you're going to Universal Studios, you can go to the Minions ride too. So the Minions ride there's fun.
You get shot with a fart gun.
Yeah, you do.
I said dart gun.
It's amazing.
So my wife cannot wait for this movie.
Oh, it's gonna be funny.
It comes out every time around our anniversary.
July 1st, perfect timing.
So that's what we do for our anniversary.
A romantic place.
Every 3 years we go to a Minions movie. So fun. All right,
she's gonna be very excited.
She is. She's a minion. She's like a minion herself. In fact, she's gonna kill me for this.
Jesus, man! Really?
What?
Do you want us to edit that out?
like she's happy all the time.
Oh.
She's very happy.
Okay.
She's not round and yellow. That didn't mean that. I look like a minion. She acts like a minion. How about that?
You're a little better.
I'm about to get in trouble even more, though. Because one of our very first fights when we were first married. When we were married.
Jesus Christ, man.
We're still currently married, I hope.
Wow, this is tough.
She got so frustrated with me. She's like, I want to be a minion. I just want to be happy and do what makes me happy. Leave me alone. That was one of our very first fights when we first got married.
There you go. All right, so we're going to come back next week and see
her
if Austin's
words.
still married.
It's hot in here.
Good show.
Hey, we made it 19 episodes before my marriage ended. All right.
Amazing. Who would have thought? The over-under was 20, so crazy.
Jeff, good show for you.
Good show.
I'll be better. I'll have to be better next week. There's no way to be worse.
See you next week.
Bye. You tell by 5.
Trust me.